Well, obviously, for us, there is absolutely no room for establishing an empire through military conquest. This is out of the question. This is ridiculous. So, to regain the greatness of Iran could only be done in the human aspect of our past, to revive it and to take the best out of the thought of our forefathers, and being a prosperous country, a happy society based on social justice, that is today's creation, and marrying today with the past, presenting something for ourselves, and if it is appealing for others to look at.
There are some of Your Majesty's critics who say there is a rigorous censorship in Iran. What would Your Majesty's opinion be to this?
Again, what kind of censorship? If there was the daily criticism against our shortages, our weaknesses, and this and that, it's even encouraged. If the criticism is directed against the foundation of the state and to weakening of the state and serving the interests of a foreign country, obviously we are not going to allow that. Why should we? Those who have done it, what advantage have they got from that?
But freedom of opinion in any country and being able to criticize the existing organizations is a fundamental principle of democracy.
Mm-hmm.
And if Iran lays claim to democracy, then these principles should be honored.
Yes, within the limit of the law. But depends what kind of laws you have. Within the limit of existing laws, obviously. One of our laws is that communism is not allowed. It's banned, so you can't do it.
But could a journalist in Iran dare to criticize His Majesty?
He could, but I don't think that he would.
The danger for this nation is, should something happen to this person, that nation might crumble. Do you see such a danger for Iran?
Well, I was trying to touch this subject, that the structure, the smooth running engine is the structure of the country. We have a political party. We have the people participating in the affairs of the country, be it the daily routine affairs or even political one, starting down from the village level up to the two houses of parliament, with village councils, city councils, provincial councils, and so on and so on. With a party which is really now englobing the whole of our population.
But there's only one party which is allowed in Iran.
Yes, but in that party, all shades of opinions are represented. Absolutely. That is why, for instance, in the past elections, instead of the party presenting one candidate for each constituency, presented 3, 4, 5 candidates for one constituency. And the people could choose among the 5. And that's why we had the most representative elections we ever had in our history.
Your Majesty had some misunderstanding with the religious leaders in the course of your reforms. Does Your Majesty think that the Islamic religion is a hindrance to your reform plans, or has it been in the past?
I don't think so. Not Islam. The priests, some of them, yes. But you can say that of all religions. All reformers in the world had to deal with the church, with the clergy. Starting from way back in Europe, before the Renaissance, and then you always had that clash between reform and church. But here we have not anything organized as the church. There are some isolated priests with whom I had to take some strong measures.
Would Your Majesty say that there is still opposition to you, be it religious opposition, be it communistic opposition?
Communistic, very much, every day more. And a very, very funny thing developing now is what the Marxist organization, which has a label of Islamic Marxists. This is something quite new. Yes, definitely. I think the more we have success, the more desperate they become, and they try to do what they can against us. The future of Iran is to give the world what spiritually we can give. Either what we develop today, the social justice that we are developing today, going very, very, very far without infringing upon the liberties of the individual and without killing the incentive, but at the same time going very far in the repartition of wealth in a just and good way. So we might present some kind of a new solution between capitalism and communism. It's not because we have done it that I say that, but just wait a few years and you will have to take another look into that. This is on the social side and the new materialistic philosophy, but we can also present to you the old philosophy of our forefathers, which was, we think, beautiful, and from which we can learn. So in building a strong society on those bases, first of all, we are trying to serve our own country first, then our region, then eventually be a good partner for the rest of the